Focus. Excellent.
Man, I'm tired.
Yes, I know. So am I.
But you gotta go to work.
Tomorrow, though.
I am tired, and I haven't been sleeping well, man.
Are you anxious or what?
Probably. Mine's been racing.
Oh, yeah.
And then women in my life keep calling me in the middle of the night so they can go to sleep.
I hope it's a good.
Hey, well, either way it goes, we here now. So we're going, all right, everybody, slow clap, right? We're going to build. I want y'all to know, we're going to get better. We're going to get live. We're going to make it. We got it. All right, yeah, bring it on in now. Hey, we in the identity, boo. Get amped, all right?
Sometimes you just gotta gas yourself.
You gotta gas yourself up.
Yo.
If you can't get yourself up in the morning, just stay in bed, bro. So that's why we came into the booth, because we want to identify with you as you continue to identify with us. It is your host, Hero, your co-host, the boy Wonder, and we in the identity booth. How y'all doing? You beautiful, beautiful bastards. I stole that from Philip DeFranco. That's how he greets his people every morning. So me and Eric filmed. This is one of the rare occasions where me and Eric have filmed twice now in 1 week. We haven't done that since we were babies, since we were beginners in the podcast world.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? It took us like 32 episodes to figure out to use 2 mics and get that decent sound quality.
I mean, that's only because I didn't have my audio interface. I could have made this easier a long time ago. I just didn't want to drive an hour to go get it.
I ain't mad at you. We gonna do this off the back of ETO. The Identity Booth is funded, produced, and a product of ETO.
Yes.
Hey, and if you're watching this, to be honest, I'm not here. I'm not even in Texas anymore.
Hey.
Real facts.
Congratulations.
Hey, it's been.
You played yourself.
If I got to see you and say goodbye, it was real fun seeing you. If I didn't, I'll let you know when I'll be available next time I'm in Texas.
I mean, that's probably never, because somebody that Hero and I know, I told them that he was going away. They hit him up. And Hero immediately texts me after they text him in front of them and was like, hey, so-and-so just hit me up. Tell her, nah, I'm not doing nothing with them. You wasn't there when I was struggling, so you ain't finna be there when I'm winning.
It's nothing personal. It's
nothing
just
personal.
Like,
it's business.
It's not even. It's just like I got enough on my plate.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker ain't been at work in a couple of months, and you talking about going out. That's not on my plate. That's not on my mind. That's not on my. Here, like I'll come see you, come say hi, come say bye. But like even me driving you to go see, like those are things that are out of my like. I'm not trying to use this dollar. You feel me? Like you gotta where are your priorities. I'm a man of principle, and I have my priorities set daily.
And priorities are those boxes out in the living room.
Man, and
it's time to go.
It's time to go. So, I mean. And you know what? I'm going to let y'all know now. I might seem a little flustered. It's because I don't have anything on my paper. Eric, why don't I have shit on my paper?
Because we already know what we're going to talk about.
Oh, Eric's deflected. It's because he didn't want to talk. He was with the wife, so I'll let it pass. He was with the wife, yes. Shawnee. Thanks to the lovely Shawnee. I don't have anything on my paper, and I don't know how to, normally I'm fiddling with my pen, but I'm not going to be using my pen today.
Listen, honestly, because this show was about one person and one person only, LeBron James.
All right.
That's not a difficult. We don't need a rundown for LeBron. LeBron's got so many good things we could talk about, but you know what we're going to talk about is the school.
And what's the name of this school?
I Promise.
This man has done what every pastor in the country has attempted to do since long before I was born. With these tides and tributes to give back to the community. Like,
There's a few.
There's a few, obviously.
I mean, by a few, I mean prominent pastors have actually made a decent school.
Yeah.
You know.
But you want to know something about those schools? People like me can't go there. I can't go there talking about Muhammad. I can't.
That's facts.
But this school that LeBron made, I promise, is the entering class of 200 who are all guaranteed. Like, I'll put a list. It's so much for me. I'm just going to run the list of all the things they're guaranteed. Free school, free health care, education, meals. Their parents are going to be signed up for jobs. If they graduate from the program and go to Akron University, their tuition is fully paid. And these 200 kids have all systematically been defined as disadvantaged and in like not endangered, but at risk students. So he's not. This is a school that innately. If once it was made, a bunch of celebrity types wanted their kids to go there, and he declined it. He said, "No, I want these. This is the entering class, and it's gonna grow from the 6th grade, I believe it started, to all the way to the 8th, and down to kindergarten, and make his way up back to 12. Like he has the blueprint for this, and." There's not like I said this and I tweeted it. The LeBron versus Michael Jordan argument is over. It's over. It's completely done with.
Because here's the thing. People talk about basketball legacy. LeBron's concerned about his life legacy. And he saw where Michael Jordan fumbled. Michael Jordan had the whole world on his shoulders. And instead of looking out for other people, Michael Jordan only looked out for himself. Saw this old Donahue interview of Michael Jordan, and Phil Donahue asked Michael Jordan, he said, Michael Jordan, we know that there are young black kids who are fighting and killing each other over your sneakers because a lot of them can't afford it. What do you say about, the price of your tennis shoes and, how it affects young people that look like you? He goes, well, Phil, there are people who can't afford my shoes. Next question. LeBron builds a school. Six rings or college diplomas. I'm gonna go with the college diplomas.
I can't stress enough how important. Like, I'm a kid from Chicago. Michael Jordan is definitely now trying to make strides to better his image in the black community. But after years of corrosion, it's hard to come back from that. After watching YouTube videos of people being trampled to buy your shoes, it's hard to come back from that. The thing that makes LeBron's legacy so interesting is how much respect he holds throughout the country. Not just on a basketball field. Like, this is the guy who wore a shirt that said, I can't breathe, in regards to the murder of Eric Gardner in New York. He didn't even, that is bounds and steps above taking a knee, in my eyes.
I don't want to go back to it, but I'm going to definitely agree with y'all. If y'all didn't see last week's podcast, we talked about that. I mean, that is beyond a knee. When a person with the clout and the status that LeBron has to walk around with a shirt, he's a walking billboard.
During a game. Like,
exactly.
Pre-game. Like,
this is
national TV.
Walking billboard into millions of homes, into 20,000 people sitting in the arena. He's advertising that I don't agree with what's going on. He's not just kneeling for the national anthem. What if Kaepernick would have moved from a knee to wearing a shirt? There's 49ers colors, but something on the shirt. He could have done that. LeBron did it. LeBron made a T-shirt. It cost him $20.
And we're not knocking the fact that, Kaepernick didn't think. It's the thought process he put into it.
It's step one. Step two, you have to be a three-dimensional thinker. You have to, I'm okay with doing that, but there's a progression of things.
And to make matters, he incorporated his league into it. He forced them to acknowledge it. And even things that he didn't know. Tamir Rice was from Ohio. Mm-hmm. When LeBron first was asked about the situation, he did not know that Tamir Rice was murdered, and he didn't know the details. It was a gotcha question. Yeah. He answered it so he said, I don't know about this story. Allow me to get back to you. Within 24 hours, he called a press conference together to talk about this. He does. If I had the opportunity to look at his tax returns, I can only imagine how many of these write-offs he's put. He probably doesn't give Uncle Sam a dime because everything he can donate, he does. He does it. And it's very hard to say this sometimes, especially when you're thinking about a black man.
Mm-hmm.
He is ostensibly the closest thing we'll get to a superhero in the black community. Right now, I feel like we've had a president who was black, and I don't think the level
of impact
is the same because most people, most kids, generally speaking, if you're going to talk politics or sports, everyone's going to want to talk sports first. So it's a cooler thing to talk about, but the impact on kids is way more apparent. It's way more clear. Like, he's a cultural phenomenon now. Like,
yeah.
Now that he's decided to go from just being a basketball player who should just shut up and dribble, Laura Ingraham, who hasn't done anything for her community other than spew racist hate on Fox News. He has now put himself on a whole nother cat. Not only is he a NBA champion, he is a principal. You're Principal James. Like, you have a title. You, as an individual, didn't even finish school.
Is he the actual principal at school, or is he just an administrator?
The motherfucker owns the school.
He
can be whatever he wants.
He's the admin of the school. But still, the fact that he's in a league and he's got a YouTube series and a TV show and a game show that he hosts.
Movie coming up soon. Space Jam 2. Like, we can go down the list of all the things he's done. But to draw back to what is, because he has, one thing people don't really latch on to with LeBron is how tight-knit his family is. This is a man who's had, other than hearing about his son dunking at the age of 12, or his daughter getting her first model cast, or the mother running the agency for her kids. There's so much positivity that comes from his family. It's intoxicating. This is a rock star family without a band. And no one likes to bring up the fact of how he raises his kids. Because we had a conversation once about how black parents, use sports to raise their kids.
He doesn't do that.
He doesn't.
But he's there for his kids.
Rightfully so. You should want to be.
He spends the whole entire summer with his kids. Like, I see Savannah, I see his daughter, I see Bronny, I see his other little kid. They're always at the games together. So whatever events that his kids have going on in the summer, LeBron's like either assistant coaching the team or he's just.
And some people complain about that. Oh, that's too much control. He's the best player in the world right now.
And no, even beyond that, he is a dad who cares about his kids. And y'all looking at him like, he's LeBron James, he should fall back. He's putting too much pressure on his son. No, his son needs to see that he's there for him. He's encouraging him. He wants to see him be the best person he can be.